Welcome back to the American Dream. We've got a great episode for you today. We're going to check out one of my favorite parts of Southern California. It's going to be a good one. Let's get it started.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Today we are going to tour Orange County with a mother-daughter-son trio, Lisa, Fianna, and Gio, also known as Team Helou. They are going to show us what the Orange County lifestyle is all about, and it all starts with Newport Beach. You guys. All right, what are you going to have me do over the next couple days?
We want to show you what it's all about down here, the lifestyle. Bikes are huge down here.
Yeah, I mean, biking's cool, but I heard you're taking me to a listing with its own dock and Duffy. What on earth is a Duffy?
We'll teach you how to
Duffy. Oh, teach me how to Duffy. All right, let's do it. Okay, Lisa, this feels like a community that a lot of awesome people live in. Would I know anybody who lives here now or used to live here?
There's quite a few. John Wayne lived down the way. Shirley Temple had a house here for years. Charlie Chapman lived in that house right across the way.
Do each of these homes feel different? Like in this one, for instance, it's like a Cape Cod, but modern twist, like very comfortable.
The beauty of Newport.
Yeah.
Every little area, even every little street has its own just charm to it. It has that little uniqueness that sets it apart from the others.
Would you call this a deck?
Well, we just call it a retreat patio because so many people now love to live out on their patios. So it is initially 1,000 livable square feet out here, and you could easily fit 50 people.
And if your guests overflow, they just send them on in the Duffy. You send them down the dock and they can go on to the next house.
Well, speaking of, we have a little treat for you. We are going to take you out on the Duffy.
Really? I get to go see the Duffy?
Absolutely.
Okay. Seth, what's up?
How's it going? Are you ready for the water?
I am ready. What's up?
So who's steering this thing?
I think I am.
High and take it low. I'm feeling right from head to toe. Light it up and let it roll. Here I go.
Woo, Duffy time.
Are you ready? Ready to go? Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my mind.
There's obviously boat culture here and surf culture. Would you say
Duffy
it's more
culture.
boat
Duffy
culture
culture.
or surf culture?
I think it's Duffy culture. Essentially, this whole electric boat thing started when a guy named Duffield, he was a kid. He wanted to take his parents' boat out in the middle of the night, but he didn't want to wake him up. So he somehow found a way to take a golf cart engine, fasten it to the side of this just rickety old canoe, and that was like the first prototype of the Duffy.
He still lives on Bayshore.
Yeah, he does.
And he's been the mayor. And
I think you have to be the mayor after you invent the Duffy, and it's that prevalent
Yeah.
here. You kind of have to become the mayor of the town,
Right?
just by principle.
Yeah.
That's right.
A young boy who drowned, him and his friends were heading to Catalina.
And they didn't know at the time that there was this humongous wave coming in because he couldn't see the wave coming. And then by the time he saw the wave, he went to turn and the boat capsized.
After that, the dad went on like a 10-year mission, the rest of his life essentially, to get the funding to build these jetties. Yeah, because before they built these, the harbor was like, there were sand dunes in here. Like, it was not at all what it looks like.
It wasn't
now.
safe for
Not
anybody.
safe, no. So great for surfers, like like a nightmare
At
for
certain
like
times of year.
navigating.
Anything else?
But in the 20s, this man raised $2 million.
Wow.
What?
Nothing severe has happened since.
Except that as a result, on this side of the jetty created the famous wedge wave.
Anytime there's like a south swell that comes in, the wave goes and hits the jetty and then reflects off of it. And then that reflected wave meets another incoming wave. And that's when that peak happens.
Sure.
And those can reach 30 feet.
The first people to tame the wedge were a group called the Wedge Crew. As the Wedge Crew grew, so did attention from locals and outsiders who watched as the body surfers rode the big waves.
We'll do what we want. We're gonna make our own way anyway. We're already out the door. We gotta be free when we wanna be.
The popularity of the wedge soon spread and the body surfers were joined by boogie boarders and board surfers. Fights for the big waves created tension between the competing groups. In 1993, the Wedge Crew became so frustrated with the boarders that they took their grievance to the courtroom and obtained a blackball ban, meaning that, to this day, it is prohibited to use any boards during peak daytime hours in the summer. The Wedge Crew are still body surfing.
Make no mistake, it's a setup. Ain't gonna stop, ain't gonna let her. You told me straight that I'd regret it, but I'm already gone.
Although the feud between the body surfers and the board surfers was intense, Gio took me to the beach to have a closer look at the wedge and to meet Hans and Gigi, a body surfer and a board surfer who are happily married, proving that when in love and at the beach, we can set our differences aside.
Hey guys. Good to see you, Gigi. Yeah. Hey Hans, good to see you.
Good to see you.
This is Cara.
Hi, what's going on? Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you two live in the area?
Just up the hill.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we were just talking about the wedge and how gnarly it is, and
I used to
what a
surf in
crazy
high
thing.
school.
See, there you go. This is the
How
guy to
long
talk
have you
to.
two lived here?
I've lived here since '74. Yeah, but I used to come down as a kid.
Do you still surf?
Oh yeah, I still
Okay.
surf. She's a bodyboarder.
That's
She's
great.
Little Corona del Mar.
Oh, it's a great spot. Yeah. Yeah, right over there. Yeah.
Summertime, go there and push her in some waves, and she loves it. She's a little fish.
So
we go swimming 500 feet out from the shoreline. I go, hey babe, we're a little bit out.
Yeah, you're like, how do we get in?
That's
Maybe turn
nuts.
around, and she's still a water dog. She's going out further, and she'd just go to Catalina if I didn't stop her.
That's awesome. So I have to ask, what was it like coming to the wedge in high school?
Well, you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because you can get hurt out there.
Yeah.
People do get hurt out there. You have the rocks to deal with, and the wave's very powerful, and you have to be in the right place at the right time. And if you're not in the right place at the right time, you're going to get hurt.
Right.
So-
Any close calls?
No.
No?
I was younger and maybe a little braver, and
Sure.
now I would think about going out there because, you know, it's a young man's game. But I know older guys that go out there and they shred. They do
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins.
So Kara, this is the world famous wedge.
Okay.
And today you can see the waves are huge, right?
That's right.
A little calmer than what I've heard.
It looks a little bit like Lake Wedge, which it is sometimes that way, but in the summertime when the swell's right, you can have waves 10, 15, 20 feet high, and it's serious out here.
Wow.
So say someone moves here, they love the area, they want to come and experience body surfing. What's your number one piece of advice?
Well, there's a lot better beaches north of here. There's safer beaches.
Stay away.
This is not a learning area.
Understood.
This is an area where you have the pros.
Well, that's what makes it so fun to come and watch, like when there's that south swell
Right.
and you get those 15, 20-foot peaks.
You can learn
And
from the pros.
Yeah, and I love seeing all the kids lined up with their their cameras, watching their friends that are out there. It just makes a huge community of surfing, just fun and family. I like it a lot.
Oh man, well you two honestly are the embodiment of what I feel like this area is, and I can't thank you enough for
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
This is where it all begins.
Next up, we're heading into your neighborhood to find out what's going on in the real estate market with a local real estate expert.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hey guys, Tommy Pistana with the Pistana Group. Welcome to Trophy Club, Texas. Trophy Club is known for its great schools, awesome community events, and most importantly, that small town Texas feel. Today on the show, we're gonna drive over and meet Roger Saris with Urban Buggy USA. He's a local golf cart manufacturer here in town, and then we're gonna ride over and see one of our new listings hitting the market soon here in Turnberry. So why don't you hop on and come along for the ride. Roger Saris with Urban Buggy. They have recently moved over into Trophy Club, Texas. Welcome to the show, Roger.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So tell me a little bit about the move. I know you guys were down the street, but now you're here right in the heart of Trophy Club.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a local, well, it was local at one time, golf cart shop. We're a couple of miles away, and Trophy Club's actually golf cart friendly. So they actually want everybody driving the carts where they can. It's kind of a lifestyle for everybody here who lives here. You know, we actually moved the shop on the main road that goes in and out, kind of the main artery that goes in and out of Trophy Club. We've got the baseball parks across the street, the football parks down the road. So, you know, on Saturdays we'll be out here and we'll see the golf carts taking their kids back and forth to all the practices, all the games. And we're like, man, we just got to be out here, right? So a couple of miles away was good, but being right in the middle, I think where all of our customer base for the most part is, made a lot of sense for us. So we decided to go ahead and make the switch.
Great, great. So what you're telling me, your typical customer just isn't a golfer wanting to come in to get a golf cart.
Yeah, exactly, right. So Trophy Club does actually have a country club down the road. We do have some of our customers that do use those carts on the course, but for the most part, majority, I would say over 75%, just use them for fun. So they move into the Trophy Club, you know, they take them down, not to play golf at the country club, but to actually eat dinner, to hang out. They always throw in events down the road, so they're always going to events with their kids and their families. Or they'll use them on Saturdays, like we mentioned, for the games and stuff like that. Taking the kids to school. So, I mean, it's a beautiful day here in Texas right now, right? So, I mean, all the parents are out in the mornings dropping off their kids in the golf cart, and rather than use a car, why not?
Awesome. So, I have a listing coming up we're about to feature here. Do you mind if I take one of these buggies over there?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they're here for.
Sweet.
Hey guys, welcome to our listing at 2305 Derby Court here in Trophy Club, Texas. We're so excited to show you our new listing today, but first, we gotta go find Tommy.
Oh, you caught me. I was just getting a little sun here in the backyard. Check out this amazing pool, one of my favorite features of the home. At just over 4,900 square feet, this property does have a lot to offer. So why don't we head inside and I'll show you a little bit more. With 5 bedrooms and 5.5 baths, this beautiful home in Trophy Club has a lot to offer. One of my favorite features is this beautiful kitchen with the custom granite, the high-end stainless appliances, double ovens, and the open concept. It's perfect for entertaining. Whether it's a fun family game of ping pong at night or entertaining on Sunday, having your friends over, watching the big game in the media room, this home really checks all the boxes. Thanks for spending the day with us. For more information on this home or to learn more about our free golf cart program, make sure to check out our webpage at thepistanagroup.com. Now back to you in the studio.
Now we're taking you back to Newport to grab a bite. You might normally expect us to take an Uber, but of course, when in Newport, there was only one way to travel. Okay, so I was gonna ask when the Uber was arriving, but now we're in a Duffy. Are there Uber Duffys?
No Uber Duffys yet, which is actually a little surprising. But you do have like the really cool Balboa ferry here, which takes people from the peninsula to Balboa Island, which is right over here. And that's been running for over 100 years. Owned and operated by the same family.
The Beak family.
Where did this town originate? Like, where's the heart of Newport?
I don't know that there was one specific, but if I had to say, I would say somewhere along Coast Highway and down here on the peninsula.
Thanks for having us, Katie.
Our pleasure.
You know, we really wanted to show Kara one of our favorite places to come eat and drink.
Well, we've got something special lined up for you guys tonight.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to eat. I've never pulled up to a restaurant on a Duffy before, let alone a boat. So
Very unique experience.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's do it.
This is so beautiful. What sets this restaurant apart from any others?
We have a really unique selection of drinks and food. We have one called the Hotel California, which is really beautiful and it's really delicious. It's a good like wintry kind of drink.
By wintry, do you mean strong?
Oh, all the drinks are strong.
Well, with all this talk and all this Duffy writing that you guys have had me doing, living the Newport lifestyle, I'm starving.
Yeah.
So
let's get
we
a
are
round
excited.
of drinks and a round of food.
Cool. Cheers. Cheers to Newport, Duffy's, and the American Dream. It's been really fun to learn about Newport, but one of my favorite parts about this show is going into your market. Let's hear from an expert.
And joining us now is real estate expert with Identity House Real Estate, Keller Williams Realty, Noe De Leon, and his special guest is Jennifer Hogue. She is the founder of Hogue Insurance Agency. Thank you both so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So Jennifer, I want to begin by talking to you a little bit about what homeowners insurance looks like in the state of Texas.
Absolutely. I think that's a great question. And once you've found your dream home here in Texas, there's a couple of things that you want to make sure you talk to your insurance agent about. Some of those are the age of the home, the type of roof, maybe if there's a pool in the backyard, the fence. All of those are specific details that you want to make sure you speak with your agent about.
So what are some Texas-specific coverages that new homeowners should be considering?
Absolutely. We have a lot of weather here in Texas, so you really want to understand your hail coverage, look at the flood maps, understand if you're in a flood zone, and then other things that you really want to understand and speak with your agent about are if you have fine art or jewelry. All of those really can be appraised and then added onto your insurance policy for coverage.
Jennifer, when you talk to different clients, what are they most surprised about that they might need coverage for?
You know, I think it's the hail part of how much hail and just weather-related things that we have in Texas. Hail can really damage roofs, understandably, and then also cars. You know, if they're not parked under or in a garage, then literally there can be huge baseball-size hail or, you know, that can go through windshields and such.
So here in Texas, I mean, on average, an average homeowner will replace a roof probably every 7 to 10 years just because of the weather.
Much different here in California, I will say that,
Yes.
unless you're living right by the ocean. So Noe, when should the agent introduce the insurance partner to their client when they are buying a home?
Well, so particularly when we have, families that are relocating to Texas, we immediately want to go ahead and partner them up with a lot of our vendors, and insurance particularly, because we want that relationship to go ahead and begin to find out what type of property they have that they're going to be bringing with them. And then so they're working together so they can be educated by the insurance agent. And then we'll be looking for homes during that time, and they're going to be learning more about the types of coverages that they can get. And so that'll be a little bit easier for us. So when we do find a home for them that might happen to be in a floodplain or might be in a particular community that's going to require some additional insurance, then it'll be a little bit easier at that time, because if we do it all at once, it can be a little overwhelming. So what we've learned is partner them up with the insurance agent right as we get the referral. And then by the time we find the property, then it's the next step in actually getting the insurance quote, also doing the vehicles, and then any other assets they're wanting to do, much like the valuables that Jennifer was talking about.
Right, and you want your clients to be protected, of course. Noe, before I let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to talk about a home that we would also like to be protected when somebody does go ahead and buy it. Tell me a little bit about this property.
So yes, we have a fairly large property in a golf course community in Cottonwood Valley. It's close to the Four Seasons. It's rolling hills. We're looking at 4,700 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 living areas. It also has a hideaway room, which is on the 3rd level. It's an English Tudor. It is a diamond in the rough, so it's an opportunity to really kind of make it your own, design updates and things that you need. But it's a wonderful property, and it's only listed for $699,000 on close to a half an acre lot on a corner.
There you go. It's going to go fast, I think. Thank you both so much for being on The American Dream today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And joining us now is a show regular. I want to welcome back to The American Dream, Christie Cannon. She's the owner of the Christie Cannon team with Keller Williams. Christie, great to see you again.
Great to see you. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, it's absolutely our pleasure. So Christie, now that we're entering the spring market, we've been hearing that it's a really hot time for sellers. How can sellers maximize their potential when they are selling their home?
So we see a lot of activity right now, and one of the mistakes is pricing the house a little bit too high to leave room for negotiations. And what we found is when sellers are pricing a little too high in a market such as we're in today, it can actually hurt them. It decreases the number of buyers that are going to be viewing their home. So our advice right now for a seller to maximize that potential is price the home at market value, or even just a touch less. Price it right. And our team is more than happy to sit down, go through with the sellers, let them know what pricing it, what strategies to look for, and how to price it correctly to maximize their potential.
So Christie, though, in an active market, is it beneficial for a seller to use a real estate professional such as yourself, or should they go ahead and list the home themselves? They're thinking maybe I could save money on the commission.
We see a lot of that because people start seeing, oh, it's a great market. Buyers are out there. And what we found, and even when we're looking at all of the data supports what we're looking at, is sellers can hurt themselves. They can get up to 6% less when they sell the homes on their own. Again, it's those pricing strategies. There's so many factors that go into that, as well as terms when you're negotiating an offer that can hurt a seller, that can potentially get them a lot less when they do this on their own. Most sellers don't do this day over day. That's what we do every day. We sell about a house a day, so we know exactly what to look for, what terms, all of that in the negotiations to help sellers maximize that potential.
So Christie, give us a couple more tips and tricks that sellers might be able to do or use to maximize the potential benefits that they might get when they are selling their home.
When we're talking to sellers, we always tell them if there are 50 homes out there on the market, if there's 25 homes within a 2-mile radius, that's a lot of choices for buyers, especially if they're all in that same price range. So we want to help our sellers be the best house. And how do we do that? We look at the top 3 things: price, location, and condition. A lot of times we'll watch all these TV shows and they'll want to put in $25,000 into a kitchen to price their home way up there to get a lot more money for the house, when in reality what happens is we see sellers price themselves right out of the neighborhood, and that doesn't help anyone. So that's where we can really help guide sellers on maximizing that profitability and moving on to their next adventure.
Great tips there. Now we're going to switch gears a little bit, Christie, and I want to talk to you about a community that you and your team are the listing agents for. This is Provence. Tell me a little bit about this. These are different townhomes?
It is. It is an upscale luxury community, and we call it a boutique community. Everything in here is highly upscale. Everything's taken care of. Beautiful views. There's lakes, there's grassy knolls, there's all of the above that you can go, you can relax, and you don't have any worries. And one of the really great things is, in addition to the townhomes, they now have a patio home option. And even better is the prices. The prices, you can get into the community for under $400,000, which is a big deal. It's boutique, it's small, it's turnkey, and it's right across the street from about an 80-acre park, which is adjacent to the McKinney Apex Lifestyle Center that has fitness, pools, all of the above. So the walkability, the convenience factor, it's close to all the major arteries in the area. It is truly the place to be. And it is so affordable, but yet still so luxurious. So we invite you to come out.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that. It's an absolutely beautiful build, Christie. Always great to see you and have you on The American Dream.
Thank you so much for having me. Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
South of Newport Beach is the artistic enclave of Laguna Beach, where Team Helou is also well known. We took a trip to see an incredible property with expansive views and a very unique way to take in the city while you're on the balcony of the master bedroom. Laguna Beach is a small coastal city in Orange County, California. It is known for many art galleries, coves, and beaches. Main Beach features tide pools and a boardwalk leading to the paths and gardens of nearby Heisler Park. Trails meander through coastal canyons in Laguna Coast Wilderness Park. Just imagine if this place was your backyard. Well, that's the case for this next home.
What do you notice when you first walked in?
I can't help but notice that insane view. It's literally panoramic.
Every room has a view, including the sauna and the spa. It's all about the view here. And Laguna Beach has just all different levels of views. Like at the end of this street, you won't have the view this house has.
So that's Main Beach right there. And the area around there is called the Village. And really being able to see that and see the whitewater waves, it just takes this view to like a whole new level.
Every level, he's extensively used glass balconies, not to thwart. Your view will never be obstructed.
And at night you see like all the city lights. It's really, it's incredible. And Catalina and San Clemente Island, it's
Sunsets are perfect.
This is really dreamy.
Yeah.
It really is dreamy. When you're out here, you really feel like you can feel the city. You can see the water, you feel the town, you can look at other people, but it's still so private.
That's what I love, the contrast of the house, our listing in Newport, and then being up here in Laguna, because obviously you're on the water there, but here it's a whole nother type of element, and this is just as breathtaking can get.
Iconic Laguna Beach.
Right. Off the line appliances, you have the granite countertop.
Timeless classic details with minimal ornamentation make this the clad perfect gourmet chef's kitchen.
How many bedrooms are in this house if it's got a gym on top of all of them?
3 bedrooms,
Okay.
3.5 baths. And this actually could be converted to a large bedroom. It could multi-purpose room. It could be a family room. It could be a hangout room for your kids, a fun room, a lot of options.
And we saved the best for last.
Oh!
Look at this cool spa.
Wow.
Right off the master bath, view of the water. While you're in the water, I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that.
It truly does. I mean, this is better than an infinity edge because you are just relaxing in your own world. No one can see you. As open as it feels and as much as you can see the view, nobody can see you.
That's right.
Pretty epic.
Yeah.
This house really speaks for itself. And there's outdoor spaces off of every room.
Every room, the bottom level as well. Not to mention the house has 4,435 square feet, and it's a saltwater-based water system, security system.
You name it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So I feel like this house appeals to a lot of different people. Who do you see living in it?
Actually, I think exactly what you said. This could be an older couple. This could be a family. Options are limitless.
Yeah,
it really is something for everyone.
Truly. Yeah.
Artist, Laguna Beach being very artsy community, home of the masters.
Artist, musician, family, couple.
Yeah.
Could be anything. Well, you know what? You guys showed me another good one. I feel like I got the idea of what Newport offers, the idea of what Laguna offers. It has been a great couple days with Team Helou showing me the lifestyle of Newport and Laguna Beach. Before it was time for me to leave, we took it to the beach for one last sunset, and I got to live out one of my 90s fantasies. We'll see you next time on The American Dream.
We could be shameless.